Hello, Max is all everyone. Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna show you how to do the triple layer, double ramp rush. And so to start off today's video, basically you're just gonna have to, if you don't already know what the 3-layer single ramp rush is, pretty much everybody does know. Though, or I'll just give you a quick demonstration if you don't know. It's basically just the same thing, singular. If you don't know this, you're probably gonna have to learn it first. Not much of a tutorial here, but it is pretty simple after you do that a first time, as you can see there. It's basically just 3 things, so you should get it down pretty fast if you have any muscle memory for your keybinds, which took me about 2 days maybe to learn that perfectly back in season 4 or 5. And then also another thing you're going to have to do before you can do this is you're going to have to be able to do the double one. And I know I'm not doing it very well right now, but it's a lot easier in my opinion after you learn this one to do it, and then you'll honestly be able to do the triple layer one faster and more accurate than doing the double one, but that's just me. It could vary. So basically it's basically that same thing. You're gonna want to practice by just placing the floors, and by looking down and trying not to place them above your head, like, because that'll block you off and you'll have to edit or either break it or go to side swipe. And then another thing you could try, I personally didn't help me, but I know it did help some of my friends do it. You might want to just go up like I did there about 1 or 2 times and place the floors first, then ramps. But for the most effective way that I'm going to show you, you're not going to want to do that. And you're going to want to place the floors after you've placed the stairs. And then you're going to want to place the walls. But you can do it in whatever order you want. It's just whichever one I find the most simplistic. Okay, so moving on to the next thing, you're going to want to practice by just doing this with no wall. Now this honestly is pretty hard to practice, so even if you're like decent at it or you've done it before and you're just looking to perfect it, this could still be hard for you. Don't worry, you still might be able to do it. As you can see, I got in the groove there for a little minute and then I didn't. And also, if you want to get a little thing, you can start placing like some walls, or you could alternate every other time. But I personally just did stuff like this, and then I alternated between the walls and the floors, and then I went back and forth for a little more. You could do it more than I did, but I'm just trying to get through here to show you the main thing on how to actually do it. I'm just trying to show you ways to practice if you don't have any knowledge of how to do it at all. So the next thing you're going to want to do to practice is you're just going to actually want to, you're going to want to obviously break the stuff down, but you know, that's actually not necessary. I don't know why I did that. You're gonna want to practice just by doing it now, by walking through it. And once you're just comfortable walking through it, you can start going a little bit faster. And what I mean by that is you can like start shifting and unshifting, or whichever you use to sprint, if you're on console, PC, or mobile, or whatever. So you just want to keep walking through it, I guess, until you get a little hang of it if you don't already. And you can start going a little faster. This part is where it gets a little tedious at times if you keep cucking yourself by putting it over your head. That was one of the hardest things I did to learn to get to do this, but it shouldn't take that long. It took me about, I don't know, 2 or 3 days to basically get the hang of it, and then about maybe another week before I could fully implement it in my game. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit faster here, and we finally messed up after, I don't know, about maybe 7 or 8, which isn't fine because you're never really going to go 7 or 8 up unless like you're trying to go for like a big zone push and you're trying to get a launch pad that's not going to get shot down. So I still wouldn't recommend that. So as soon as you get faster on it, you can just edit yourself down, break it, whatever. You want to just keep practicing this, And so you just want to, other things you can do are if you want to just do the single layer one and then alternate that. And what I mean by that is do single, then double, and then single, and so forth. So you can try and get a hang of it doing the single one, then going back and forth to them. Now another thing that I did once you actually have the hang of it, now you have to be able to do this somewhat well to do this next part, is I'm going to show you what you do like to try and implement it into your game more, where in my opinion you would start using it to go above somebody. Now this is not really helpful in a real game in my opinion, but like sometimes say you're building up and then you want to get more support, especially in like a build fight if you're trying to build over somebody. Now you could also do this with like a single or double, or however many 90s you do, to be honest. Sorry, I fell there. And so once you're doing this, you want to keep practicing it up, and then you can like suddenly turn, or you can plan your turns or whatever. But in my opinion, that just helps for build fights, not as much as in a normal game. But I mean, it's still good to know, because the more you practice it in build fights and stuff, the more you can implement it into your actual game, and then you should just start doubling it. And I wouldn't recommend doing what I just did, because that first one could still get shot out easily. Then you just want to do it again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You just keep repeating some of these steps on whichever one you have trouble with. If you want me to come and actually help you in a game, if for some reason you need that much help, you can just add me on Xbox. My name is Noxoys, as you can see in the video. But anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if this did help you or you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.